Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Unity in the Seven Hills. Welcome out there online. We're going to start by singing a couple of great songs. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Let's stand and sing. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors, don't let it light. Bring in the dawn, So we light this Christ candle, the unity candle. And in this moment, we spend some time together in peace and calm and gentleness and kindness. So we look out into this world and send that message of unity and peace out into this world. In each of our hearts lies that spirit of the Christ consciousness. The spark of the divinity that flows through all things. The God essence, sent in and through and living amongst us all times. In this time of seeming darkness, we light that light, the spark within us. We bring somebody into our heart now, or some situation into our heart that needs special attention, special care. And we send that love and that peace and that light to that person, that situation, that thing that needs special attention from us. All things flow in God's good time. And for that we say thank you. And we pray together. There is one power and one presence in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So happy to see everybody here, and I can't see those of you who are online, but all are welcome. So it looks like we don't have any guests today, just all good friends. But for those of you who are joining us online, we welcome you. If this is your first time or if you've been back before, we're so happy to have you. So let us say our purpose statement together. Oh, well, you say right there, everybody knows that good eats are downstairs after the service, so please make sure you join us. All right, so our purpose statement. We need to say our purpose statement. We are not on community news yet. Is it not there? Have to go back. Have to go way back. Oh, actually, it seems to be missing. I can't read it for you because it's not here either. Sorry about that. It's a good thing we're flexible here, right? All right. Oh, yes, actually, I can read it. All right. We are creating a spiritual community, a spiritual home for our community, a place that empowers and inspires growth, passion, and purpose, individually and collectively, to contribute to our world. And we all know this line, a place for the spiritually led to be spiritually fed. Okay, now it's the time for community news. Take it away, Sally. Okay, so first of all, we want to talk about the Quest class. It is still going on, and it's at 1:30 on Thursdays on Zoom. You can join anytime. Oh, I'm thanking myself today. I was the last one at the bottom of the list of all the volunteers, and somebody said, "Oh, well, did you say thank you to yourself yet?" I said, "No." So there's a thank you to myself and all the different things I do around here. So next. Oh, this is important. So, how many of you shop at Kroger? Raise your hand. Let me see them. Okay, that's just about everybody. So the important thing about Krogering, when you go Krogering, you can use your Kroger card to connect to Unity in the Seven Hills. You could, and they give a certain percentage to the church. They don't add it to your bill. It's just that Kroger is giving to the giving back to the community. So when you use your card, we actually can get a check every quarter with some money in it, and sometimes it's really great, and sometimes it's a little small. So we're just reminding everybody. And if you have not connected your Kroger card to Unity in the Seven Hills, you can do that by going to the counter in your Kroger, or you can do it online at Kroger.com. So if you haven't done it yet, please do. Oh, so Daniel is up for August the 14th, which is this coming Thursday, for meditation in the sanctuary at 6 o'clock. And the summer concert is actually coming up next Friday, right? It's coming up. It's on Friday next week. So, well, I guess at the end of this week.
Yes.
Yes, it's like upon us. And that will be at 6 o'clock. We're asking for a $20 donation. There'll be a silent auction and our famous 50-50 raffle. So, do you know what the weather's going to be like on Friday?
I don't yet. No, I don't yet. But the music's going to be great.
Okay, so it might be outside, especially if it's only 70 degrees or 75.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice.
It's been so beautiful. It was only 74 when I was driving in this morning, and I was so grateful. I had my windows down. It was just so wonderful. So it might be outside. But if it's raining, they'll do it inside. Miriam's House, which is for homeless women and children. It's apparently a very wonderful program and has served Lynchburg for a long time. And that is our local prosperity share. So each month we have a different one. And so Unity in the Seven Hills actually tithes back to its community. And today is candle lighting, which will be right after the service.
I just looked at the weather.
Oh, you did? What did it say?
It looks like we might be inside.
Oh, no, really?
But that's okay.
Well, it'll be good no matter what. Okay, we're going to affirm our mission together. Let's say this together. Unity in the Seven Hills is a vibrant, inclusive community that inspires individual spiritual growth through education, prayer, heart connection, and sacred service. And Deanna will read our daily word.
Good morning. Today's word is resilient. Courageous and strong, I am resilient. Everyone who gets knocked down from time to time has the choice whether to give up or get up. Getting up and gathering the strength and desire to try again is resilience. Spiritual living helps me build it. Claiming divine ideas in prayer, engaging the power of my imagination to envision my success, and using my wisdom and will to discern the best way forward and choose it, all help me be resilient in the face of defeat or discouragement. Through the power of the Christ within, I am willing to keep trying until I succeed. I understand setbacks happen to everyone. I do not let them deter me or take a failed effort personally. I am strong and capable of doing what I set my mind to. I am resilient. And from Corinthians 1:16-13, keep alert, stand firm in your faith, be courageous, be strong.
So things will be a little bit different today. The message video that we have actually goes straight into the meditation. So we are going to have two songs either side of that today. So here we go. How can I know on the right path? How can I know the way? Oh, it's easy to see when I turn to look back. The stepping stones all along the way. It feels like I'm spinning my wheels, turning in circles, running in place, standing still. Like I'm just moving too slow, losing momentum, swimming too close to the shore. Oh, how could I know that I'm on the right path? How can I know the way? Yes, it's easy to see when I turn to look back. The stepping stones all along the way. But when I look back, I see it was pure divinity. The journey was provided for me. When I see the struggle and pain, they kept me from straying, gave me my growth on the way. That's how I know that I'm on the right path. That's how I know I'm on my way. Oh, it's easy to see when I turn to look back. The stepping stones all along the way. But when I look back, I see it was pure divinity. The journey was provided for me. When I see the struggle and pain, it kept me from straying, and gave me my growth on the way. That's how I know that I'm on the right path. That's how I know I'm on my way. Oh, it's easy to see when I turn to look back. The stepping stones all along the way. The stepping stones all along the way.
Hi, everybody. This is Reverend Toni Boehm, and our lesson today is embracing transition and change. Another name for it could be change. What is it good for? Sometimes we have to say, or we feel, absolutely nothing. But honestly, change is how the universe evolves. It evolves through us being willing to shift and grow. So we begin this experience of our lesson by embracing, by being willing to embrace that this ministry is going through a change, a transition, that each of us in our own way is going through a transition. So what I have for you today is the beginning of a 3-part series that will take us through August, September, and October. We're going to be looking at changes that affects us, changes that affects the ministry, questions to ask during change, and we're going to be exploring self-care during change. So all of these are important components of transition and change and how they impact us personally and collectively, because as a community, we are collective consciousness. So we're here today to explore, to begin our exploration of the profound nature of change. So what we know is change is an inevitable part of life and part of our spiritual journey. We have to learn how to understand how to navigate change so that it can lead to greater fulfillment in our life, because the only way we grow is through changing. Mr. Fillmore says life is a ever progressive upward spiral of conscious evolution. And if it's an ever progressive, ever changing upward spiral of conscious evolution, then it means nothing will stay the same, because we have to change. We have to change inwardly. And the moment we change inwardly, things are going to change outwardly. So Mr. Fillmore also said, change your thoughts and you change your circumstances. You alone are responsible for your thoughts. Only you can change them. So take that deep breath and lean into that. Only you can change them. So this quote reminds us that our inner world shapes our outer reality. So when we're faced with transitions, and what are some of the transitions we face in life? Things we may not even think about. Getting married is a transition. Getting divorced, having a spouse pass on or transition, changing jobs, quitting a job, being fired from a job, having a baby, expanding your family. All of these things and so much more. Learning to drive, young people learning to drive. These are all part of the transitions of life. And even illness often is a transition in life that comes to show us that it's time to slow down, or it's time to be present to something more important in our life. So again, this quote reminds us that our inner world shapes our outer reality. So when we're faced with change and transition, it's essential to cultivate a positive and empowering attitude, which then affects our thoughts, and our thoughts create our reality through our feeling nature. So we can transform our circumstances and embrace change with grace, or we can fight and resist change, and things get really painful, and we end up experiencing suffering of some type. Deepak Chopra offers a complementary perspective when he says about change, all great changes are preceded by chaos. All great changes are preceded by chaos. Think about Jesus going to the crucifixion, which was a huge change, because through the crucifixion, he got to the resurrection and ascension. But to get to the crucifixion, he had to go through the change of betrayal, that transition moment where one of his best friends and disciples betrayed him. So this insight, again, gives us highlights of the transformative power of what happens when chaos shows up. And certainly we know that there's been chaos around us, even in this community. So while transitions may initially seem disruptive, they often pave the way for profound growth. So again, I just invite you to stop and breathe. What if we're in the midst in this community of a profound growth and new beginnings? Would that excite you? Would that want you to step up to and step into a new level of evolutionary growth in your life? You know, the following quotes are from the master teacher Jesus. I like to call him Yeshua, because they offer comfort and guidance during change and transition. And they remind us too, when we think about the 5 unity principles, number 1, there's only one presence and one power. And it's always at work. No matter what's showing up in front of us, there's a gift in it that's held by the one presence and the one power when we're willing to see it. So in Isaiah 40:31, it says, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run, not weary, and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." So we know that no matter what change in transition, what this says is that no matter what change in transition is calling us to experience, be it health, be it finances, be it a change in the outer in some way, that if we hold hope and we hold faith, it can renew our strength. And we can be involved in it, walk through it without being faint of heart. Another scripture is Philippians 4:13. I can do all this through him who gives me strength. I can do all this, whatever this is, however it shows up in the outer, whether you're lacking mental clarity, whether you're having a chaos experience in your personal life, whether it's financial, whether it's a prayer crisis, a health crisis, I can do all things through him who gives me strength. Breathe that in. One presence, one power. But we have to be able to hold fast in the presence of chaos to say, there is only one presence and one power in my life. And then Psalm 46 was not said by the master, neither was Isaiah. It was actually from the Hebrew Testament. It says, God is our refuge and our strength, an ever-present help in trouble. God is our refuge and our strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Again, it all goes back to one presence and one power. So as we reflect on change and transition, let's consider these 5 practices that can help us navigate our life in times of change. 1, mindful awareness. 2, positive affirmations. 3, embrace uncertainty. 4, connect with your inner wisdom. And 5, seek support. We're going to go through each one of those. 1, cultivate mindfulness to stay present during times of change. Observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Ooh, that's a biggie. Don't place blame and shame and guilt on yourself. Just observe without judgment. And when you can learn to do that for yourself, imagine how you'll be able to do that in the outer. You'll be able to start stepping back and be the witness to yourself and saying, this is interesting. I don't have to place judgment on this. This is interesting. This allows you to process in a new way and to adapt to new circumstances in the midst of change and to adapt immediately. It's very powerful. Mindful awareness. Mindful of what you're holding in your mind. Positive affirmations. So we use affirmations to reinforce positive beliefs, not negative. I am strong, I am strength, I am wise, I am wisdom, I am intelligence, I am whole, I am healthy, I am life expressing. I am the presence of the living Christ. These affirmations remind you that change is an opportunity for growth and that you have the inner strength to navigate them successfully. Oh, yes, yes. So 3 is about embracing uncertainty, recognizing that uncertainty is a natural part of life. Wow, that's huge, because when we can learn to dance at the edge of mystery, we lead with questions and not wanting answers. Not that we don't get answers, but it's really questions that are about what's this in me. It's not about what's happening. Oh, look what you did to me. Look what you did to me. Look how you acted out. When we're really embracing uncertainty, we dance at the edge of mystery and we say, okay, I'm involved in this. What's my lesson here? What is here for me to learn through this experience? How is it that the universe is wrapping this transition, this change in this type of a gift? What am I to learn? Instead, and please notice this, be witness to yourself, practice self-observation Charles Fillmore says self-observation is the prelude to Christ consciousness. And when we can practice it honestly, authentically, without judgment, we stop and we say, why is there all this resistance in me? What's this resistance about? What is the resistance trying to keep me from, actually? How can I learn to embrace resistance as a space for new possibilities to arise and creative solutions to come to the forefront? Because as long as we're in resistance, resisting what's in front of us, resisting the person in front of us, resisting the experience in front of us, as long as we're in resistance, there's no lesson to be learned. Because resistance creates its own negative energy. And resistance stirs up the adverse ego. Mr. Fillmore says the adverse ego is that in us that keeps us in the muck and mire of materiality when we could be soaring in the heavens of spirituality. Wow. Lean into that. Resistance leads us into the muck and mire of materiality, keeps us stuck. When we could be soaring in the heavens, the spiritual ego, the I am, is always about the positive. I am truth, I am light, I am peace, I am joy. I am the space for new possibilities. I am willing to dance at the edge of mystery. I am willing to sit in the question and not going, I demand answers, I demand answers, I demand retribution. I demand is always the ego speaking. I want is always the ego speaking. Be present through self-observation. And that will lead you to connect to number 4, and connect with your inner wisdom. How do we connect with our inner wisdom? We take time for introspection. We take time to pray and meditate each day. We take time to drop into the heart and connect with our inner wisdom. To be present to the truth of our being. To trust. Trust in the one presence and the one power. Trust that the one presence and the one power has the answers and will give them to you as you are willing to release resistance, as you are willing to navigate the transitions with clarity and purpose and in a more positive way. Trust. Connect with your inner wisdom and trust. So mindful awareness brings presence, positive affirmations, reinforces positive beliefs, embrace uncertainty, brings the capacity for self-observation, and connecting with our inner wisdom begins a new level of trust. And last is support. Surround yourself with supportive individuals that uplift you, not that listen to your story and go, oh yeah, you're so right. Do you know a study was done? And the study showed that the number one thing that the ego wants, this was done on like hundreds and hundreds of people. Number one thing the ego wants, the adverse ego, as Mr. Fillmore calls it, it wants to be seen as right. So we go around gathering evidence to be seen as right. Think about that. You go to this friend and that friend, you tell them your story, and they go, oh, I understand why you're angry. I understand why you're upset. When our real role would be seek support from people who would say, have you considered this? Have you looked at that? Have you expanded your vision a little bit? Is there an inner perception that you're holding, an enculturated belief or perception that comes from your childhood that might be affecting why you're getting so upset? Seek support with supportive individuals who will not play into your ego so that you can feel righteous, be self-righteous about how right you are, but people that encourage you to go deeper, look deeper. So only share your experiences with others that can provide you with valuable insights and spiritual emotional maturity support. Remember, as we look at these 5 ways of reflecting on the teaching of life and transition: mindful awareness, positive affirmations, embracing uncertainty, connecting with inner wisdom, and seeking support for growth, not for being right. Life transitions are not obstacles, but stepping stones to a higher state of awareness. I know this, friends. I've lived through so many life transitions. I've lived through betrayals. I've lived through divorce. I've lived through pain. I've lived through health. I've lived through a husband who's been sick for 17 years, and I've been caretaker. I've lived these transitions, and I know how important it is to take these 5 steps that I've given you and use them as stepping stones into greater awareness. Embracing change with an open heart and a positive mindset, you can transform your lives in ways that you never imagined. Breathe that in. So take these as a takeaway and use at least 2 or 3 of them this week. Be present to them. Consciously take them as a practical action to put into action this week. And then let somebody know how well you did. God bless you all. I love you. Peace. Now, let us move into meditation. Begin by finding a comfortable seat or position in your seat. Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. With each breath, allow your attention to fall deeper and deeper into your heart space. Allow your body to relax and your mind to settle. As our attention in the heart is focused on expressing life transitions and change in a way that is positive, regardless of whether these changes are expected or unexpected, they can bring about feelings of uncertainty or fear, and they can also bring about excitement. It's your choice. So we're going to focus on embracing these changes with an open heart and a positive mind. So focusing on the body, we breathe, bringing our awareness deeper into the heart, feeling the sensation of the breath as it enters and leaves the body. And as you do that, I just invite you to notice any areas of tension and gently release them with an exhale. I see you, I feel you, I sense you. I breathe into you and I release you. Now just imagine yourself standing at the edge of a beautiful forest. The forest represents the journey of your life. Each tree, each path, each clearing symbolizes a different state and stage of the transitions that you've experienced. And as you enter the forest, take in the sights, the sounds, the smells, the paths that arise and that are inviting you to see them for what they are. As you walk forward, just consider the first transition of your life. You came in as a baby. You evolved into a child, then a little child, then a teenager, a young adult, and an adult. You've been going through transitions all of your life. Life is an ever-progressive, ever-evolving, ever-changing upward path, spiral of conscious evolution. Allow yourself to feel any emotions that are arising without judgment. As you walk further and deeper into this path of transition, notice what comes up for you as the major transitions of your life. Take a moment to appreciate the beauty of the stream, those times when life was just flowing smoothly. Take a moment to recognize the bramble bushes, those moments when things were itchy and scratchy and not so comfortable. But as you breathe into it, just recognize that change is a natural part of life. Breathe in and breathe out. They all change. Transition brings opportunities for growth and learning. And so it is. And as I always do with meditations, we take a deep breath. And I end them with Matol de Lahe Melkuta. Wahaila Wateshbukta. La'alam Amin Amen. The Aramaic words of Jesus that newly interpreted mean trust in truth. It is sealed in the trust of truth. Life transitions, seal them in the trust of truth that they are here to grow you. Amen.
The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. And the presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever I am, God is. And all is well. Let's stand and sing those words. Light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. Love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. And the presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever I am, God is. And all is well. So we're going to do our second special praise song. A little different order today. This is a song I wrote for my kids. Turns out it was for me after all. Live a life of wholeness. Live a life for good. Look into our souls for forgiveness, just like we know we should. Help those in misery. Deepen our hearts care. Look to lift each other up, find a way to share. Know that we provide the goodness. We are the ones of peace. Listen with our entirety. Take the time to teach. Inside to find the bliss. Spend time each day in gratitude. Dig deep to find the joy. Know that you control your attitude. Every day find peace and stillness. It's so much better to be calm. Remember above all else, first let's do no harm. Live for everyone. Release the worries and the sorrow. We only have a little time. Love like there's no tomorrow.
Thank you. That would have been a nice song for me to sing to my kid. That's a lovely song. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we are going to say our affirmation of abundance together. It's not, there's no, oh, okay. Okay. Deanna is making a funny face. So, you can join with me in saying, because I'm sure everybody sort of knows it already. Unity in the Seven Hills is abundantly blessed. Creative people are drawn to us. Divine ideas flow through us. Financial resources bless us. And we accomplish mighty works together. So giving from the heart allows us to cover our needs, to thrive and to grow. So if you are online, you can actually go to unityinthesevenhills.org if you would like to give. And whether you are in person or online, know that your generosity is deeply appreciated, honored, and blessed. And thank you for supporting our mission. And now we're going to share our abundance for those of us who are in the sanctuary. The ushers will pass the bags, the offering bags to you, and so that you can share your abundance with Unity in the Seven Hills. If it is not your time to give, if you could just please bless the bag as it comes past you. Also, if you did not get an affirmation when you came in the door, there's a bowl down here and one in the back. And please take more than one so that you can share it with others. Certainly appreciate that. And so now we're actually going to sing that song we love. Sing it with joy.
Something wonderful. Yay! So, now join us in the blessing of the gifts. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am grateful. Today's prayer chaplain is Sally. And we are going to close with, don't forget, we have the candle lighting service right afterwards for your good things and your bad things in your life that you want to acknowledge. And let's close with a peace song. So, let's stand and sing. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, united all are we. Yes, we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every step I take, yes, this is my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me.